Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutrabhasikritau Vande Bhagavantau Puna Puna Ishvaru Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tam Devamatma Buddhi Prakasam Mumukshura Sharanamaham Prapadde. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Upanishad Shanti Path. Om Bhadram Karnebhihi Shrunuyam Devaha Bhadram Pasema Vakiyatraha Tirairangai Stushtuva Gung Shastanu Virvyasema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vridhasarvaha Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti Nastaraksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Brihaspatiradadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In first question, mantra is 7th. Sha esha Vaishwanaro Vishwarupaha Prano Agni Rudachyate. Etat Richa Abhiyuktam. I repeat one more time. Sha esha Vishwanaroho Vishwarupaha Prano Agni Rudachyate. Tad etat abhiruchyate. In last class, we were studying about the creation, the source of creation. Creation is visible, but the creator is not available to us. So this is our query, and our representative is Kabandhi. So Kabandhi is asking to Pippala, what is source of praja? Praja means living beings. Living beings like human being, and you can call the animals, the birds, insects, the trees. They all are living beings. So what is the real original source of praja? And see, the question is not only what is the real cause. The question is the process, the development of the creation, the stages, the phases of the creation. Pippalad said, the creation begins from the Prajapati. In other words, you can call it Brahmaji. In Puranas, we call it Brahmaji. The very beginning stage, Brahmaji created himself in two parts. Have you seen when we saw a seed in the soil, and after some times it breaks. It breaks. And from that hole, the sprout comes out. You can see. If you sow a seed, a soak in water, then you can see the very easily the seed breaks. There is small gap. And from that gap, the sprout comes out. So Brahmaji, the Prajapati, makes a gap between itself like a seed. And from that space, the universe comes out. This is the original idea. And see, like if you put a seed in the soil, what is the final state? Sprout is the one state. Then it grows. It goes different levels, different stages, timely. You can understand, yes, this is the apple tree, this is the mango tree. And after some time, there is flowers. There is the leaves. And finally comes the fruit. Fruit is the final state of a seed. Then process stops. So seed begins to grow the tree. There are so many stages, so many stoppages. Gradually they come. And finally, the final stage, you can say that's the fruit. After fruit, there is no any development, no any modification. Fruit is the last final state of a seed. In other words, you can say the fruit is purpose of a seed. So that is why in Hindi we call it safal. Safal means with fruit. With fruit. So fruit is last stage for a seed. Same. Human beings or any living being is like a fruit of creation. Human being, any other living beings, they are the fruit of a creation, final stage of the creation. So beginning is in the Brahmaji. Brahma is the original source of the creation, and human being or other any living beings are the final portion of the creation. But between two, between the Brahmaji and the human being or living being, there are steps. There are stages. Like I told you, the seed goes through, there are flowers, there are leaves, and finally fruits comes. So this creation also, Brahmaji, then there is a pair, Rai and Prana. Then comes Loka, creation of the Lok, creation of the time, creation of the food, And finally comes creation of the living beings. I will explain you. It is like this. If your house, someone is coming as a guest, any person could be. So that person is coming for some time in your house. Then you prepare yourself. I will give this room. This is my guest room, so I will give that room. And for that person, you plan your time. How much time I can spend with that person. How to manage. So weekend is good. So time planning. So first planning is house, room, then planning is time, and then finally you plan for a food. Food. Same. Living being is in this creation like a guest. So entire universe has only purpose to serve living beings. So the living being is about to come, and before they come, the Brahmaji, see the compassionate of Brahmaji. How compassionate he is. Before we come, he managed everything. For to stay, where to stay, timing, and food. And finally we come. This is the process, development of the creation. So here, Rai and Prana, there were two words. And I told you, do not translate. Just understand its purpose. Here, Prana means explaining the sun. Last classes, we have been studying Surya, the sun. Now, we are taking this mantra, Sa Esha Vaishwanaraha. Sa Esha, same, that sun is Vaishwanaraha. That sun which rises every day, Vaishwanaraha Vishwarupa. If you remember Bhagavad Gita, in 15th chapter, Sri Krishna says, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deya Masrita. O Arjun, I am the Vaishwanar and I am sitting everybody's heart and I am digesting the food, whatever you eat. Vaishwanar Bhagavan is digesting for you. So what idea is here? Same sun which is in the sky, which you are watching in the sky, Sa is that sun is Vaishwanaraha. That sun is not only in the sky, that sun is residing everybody's heart. Vishwarupaha. So idea is, try to understand. Whatever is inside, that is outside. Inside, there is a consciousness. Same consciousness is residing everywhere. Remember, if you hate someone, If you hate someone, you are not hating one person, you are hating entire cosmos. Entire cosmos. Because there is no difference. Same principle is here. Same principle. If you love someone, you are loving the entire cosmos. Because principle is same. Vishwanaraha. Vishwanaraha means everywhere. Same principle is residing within and without. Same principle. Sa esha Vaishwanara Vishwarupaha. So same experiencer, which is experiencing within my body, experiencing love, the hatred, the hunger, the thirst, desire. Same experiencer is experiencing within you. Same experiencer is experiencing within Brahma's body, Indra's body, animal's body. Same experiencer is same. Only bodies are different. Body is your personal. Your sense organs are your personal. Your mind is your personal. But consciousness is not personal. It is not personal. It is everywhere same. So consciousness is not your personal. It is Vishwarupaha. It is for everyone. So if you love someone, really love, then you are loving entire world. If someone hates, then that person is hating everyone. The entire cosmos, even God. In fact, only God is point for hating. Vishwarupaha, Pranoho, and his name is giving prana. So try to understand what Upanishad wants to say to us. Prana is an example. Prana means your breathing system. Your breathing. So breathe, come out, go. Go out, come in. Go out, come in. Only this factor is which always is connected within and without. Your mind is inside. Sense organs are in the body. Body is here. Other objects are in the world. But only prana. Prana is principle which is connected both ways. It is connected outside and inside. You keep walking continuously. So prana, so it means that like your prana is not only inside, you can understand easily, like your prana is not only inside, they are inside as well as outside. Same, this experiencer, which is experiencing within you, that experiencer is not limited within you in this particular body. Same principle is experiencing everywhere. This is the idea in this mantra. Saesa Vaishwanara Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa, he is the soul of universe. Soul of universe. See, in this body, you know, and everybody knows, can understand very easily. In this body, there are so many cells. No one can count. Blood cells. So this body is made of by cell, unlimited cells. Soul is one, and that is you. But all other cells, they have their own experience. But one soul which is residing in your heart, that soul governs every soul which is with you. So entire cosmos has one soul. You can call that God. And we are part in that soul. So Vishwarupaha, so like your prana, your experiencer is also not within just you, it is inside and outside. Now next mantra, same idea you continue. Vishwarupam harinam jata vedasham Parayanam jyotirekam tapantam Shastra rashmi shatadha vartamanaha Prana prajana mudattesha suryaha. I repeat one more time. Vishwarupam harinam jata vedasham Parayanam jyotirekam tapantam Shastra rashmi shatadha vartamanaha Prana prajanam mudattesha suryaha. Same idea. Because idea is deep, so Upanishad is taking time. The sun rises every day. The sun, which is soul of all creature, the soul of all forms, which life and fire. This has been described by the following rig. The wise knows him who is the all forms, full of ray, all-knowing, non-dual, and support of all life. So let's understand. Just it is a translation. The consciousness is being explained with the example of sun. Sun is just an example. Do not be stuck with sun. It is a way to say. But here, if you give an example, example should be familiar with you. So consciousness, the Brahman, is not visible. You are not familiar with the consciousness. But you are familiar with the world. We are familiar with the sun. Sun is so far away from us. We do not know how much distance is. Scientists are saying this much distance is. But we do not know. And it makes no difference. How far is it? It makes no difference. Because sun is connected with us through the rays. So see, Vishwarupam harinam jata vedasham. Then, indeed, the sun is rising in the east. Udatti Esha. When it rises in the east, and what is it? Vishwarupam. Vishwarupam, the cosmic form. This explanation of the sun is not just a planetary explanation. This explanation is because of consciousness. Vishwarupam, with so many rays. And the sun is soul of all creature. All creature. all forms, which is life, sun is life, and it is full of rays, non-dual, and it gives support to the life. Shatadha Vartamanaha, the sun has so many forms. Every ray of sun is form of sun. So many rays of sun is touching to you. And these rays are giving energy to us. And not only you, every creature, every being takes the power, the energy from the sun. Jyotirekam tapantam. So sun is in the sky, but that sun is connected with you. So Upanishad says, sun is life force for being, and there's the prana. So prana is being explained here. If you remember prana and rai. So prana is explained with the example of sun. Sun is prana, which gives power, which gives energy, which gives life. Now, next mantra and next idea. Same idea in next aspect. संवत्सरो वै प्रजापतिः अयने दक्षिणं चोत्तरं च तद्ध्या वै तदिष्टापूर्ते कृतम् इत्युपासते ते चान्द्रमसमेव लोकम् अभियन्ते त एव पुनरावर्तन्ते तस्माद् एतऋषयः प्रजाकामा दक्षिणं प्रतिपद्यन्ते एषः वै रसिर्या पितृयाणाः. I repeat one more time this mantra. If you have the copy, soft or hard, just follow me. I will go through very slowly. Samvatsaro vai prajapatihi tasyayane dakshinam chottaram cha tadyeha vai tadishta purte kritam iti upasate te chandramasam eva lokam abhivejante. तएव पुनरावर्तन्ते तस्मादेतऋषयः प्रजाकामः दक्षिणं प्रतिपद्यन्ते एषः वै रय्यः पितृयाणाः. So two words. First was the prana, another is rai. Now he is explaining about rai. The idea is the year barely is Prajapati, and there are two paths, therefore the southern and northern. Leave it, and we should go through the idea, through the explanation of this mantra. As I told you, Prajapati became in two parts. Two parts. Prajapati. So Rai and Prana are not separate from the Prajapati. Remember the same idea, same principle. Do not forget that. Prajapati became in two parts. One part you can call Rai, another part you can call it Prana. So both are like your right and left, both side. Then you are complete. You are not only right side, you are not only left side. Same Prajapati became two pair. One name was Rai, another was Prana. So same Prajapati, Samvatsaro vai Prajapati. Same Prajapati now becomes Samvatsar. What is Samvatsar? So I told you this is Kal, time, creation of time. As I gave you the example, for a guest, you give some time, spend some time with the guest, then you manage. Same Brahmaji creating the time for you, for living beings. Living beings. So time. So Prajapati Samvatsaro vai. Same Prajapati, the Brahmaji became Samvatsar. Samvatsar means the time. And your time is not uh, uh, means the general time. Here Samvatsar means the time of 1 year. About time, in our Puranas mythology, there are so many concepts. Our rishis measured the time very minutely, very minutely, very minutely. And they gave the name. They didn't have the watch, but they had intellect. They had knowledge of the time, how to measure the time. So there are so many names, I'm not going to explain them. So very minute to very big. So there are so many names. So many names. But those who are popular, I will remind you, like day and night, week, month, season, and year, decades, century. So we put the names of time. Here, idea is the same Prajapati became Samvatsara. Samvatsar means the year in the form of the time. Samvatsaro vai Prajapati. So Prajapati Brahma became the time. See, I told you same seed became sprout, then became trunk, same seed became the leaves, same seed expresses itself as a flower, and same seed now becomes a fruit. Same so Brahmaji now become the time, Samvatsar. And this Samvatsar can be divided in two parts. One is Dakshinam cha, Uttaram cha. Uttaram cha, Dakshinam cha. In every year, as we know, there are two types movement of sun. The course of the sun. 6 months, sun is moving northern way. And another 6 months, the course of the sun is southern way. In our language, we call it Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. Ayan means the part. One part of the some year. When sun's course is in the south, we call it Dakshinayan. When sun is going to moving in northern direction, we call it Uttarayan. So here Uttarayanam cha, Dakshinayanam cha. Let me explain in way of Purana. Purana says that the time difference between us and the gods. Time difference means I'm not taking about a different zone, time zone. No, this is a difference in locus, in states. In human beings, when we have 1 year, it is equal to 1 day for devas. Remember, like 24 hours. We have, when we in 24 hours, there is 1 night and 1 day for us. Same gods also have same method. In 24 hours, they have 1 day and 1 night. The day of the gods, you can call it Uttarayan. The night of the gods, you can say Dakshinayan. Uttarayanam, Dakshinayanam cha. So this is a description of the loka, time. And what the purpose? What the purpose? Why are you giving such knowledge to us? Now Rishi takes next part. He says, Tad yeha vaishta purte kritam upasate te. And this is the explanation of the time. Now, what the purpose with you? So Shruti says, if someone does ishta purte, ishta purte, it is a very, very special word, ishta purte. But I will explain it like entire good activity. Your mantra, chanting, your pilgrimage, charity, whatever you do, meditation, reading, study, whatever rituals, spiritual activity you do, you can say it is Ishtapurte. And when someone does the good activity means activity which is not related to the world. It becomes a good activity. God activity is a good activity. You are not getting in form of the object here, right now. If you are chanting a mantra, what you are getting? No, getting nothing. But you know, after some time I will get in the heaven, very heavenly objects, auspicious object. I will get in the heaven. You have faith. So, ishta porte kritam upasate. We will do the ishta purti, any spiritual activity. And these seekers, when they die, after their death, they will travel to. So here 2 points. One is their traveling. What the mode of traveling? How they travel? There's no aeroplane. So how they can move? So Shruti says, Chandramasam. Their mode of transport is Chandramasam. This ray, the Chandrama, the moon, this is the path. So everybody dies here. Ignorant person also die, then Jnani also die. So dying place is one. It could be one house. It could be one bed. Two people are dying in same place, but their mode of traveling would be different. If someone is ignorant, but it is a religious person, then it will travel to their destination by Chandramunam, Chandramasam, Lokam. And that person will reach to heaven or more higher loka, more, more beautiful from the heaven. And that person will enjoy heavenly objects. So this is the path. See, this is the path. And what happened next? Ta eva punaravartante. And they will go to heaven. The mode of traveling is Chandramas, Dakshinayan. They will enjoy heavenly objects, but they are not permanent. Heaven is not permanent. Even gods are not permanent. You are second citizen of that country. You have some special permission to live there, but you are not permanent resident. Even gods is also not permanent resident. Like you are traveling to your city, your country, and you would say, I'm the permanent of this country. You can say that I'm the permanent resident of this country, but are you? Are you permanent resident? No one is a permanent resident. So God is actually permanent resident of the heaven, but the person who is going from the earth with some special punya, that person not permanent resident, that person is second resident. And after some time, taeva punaravartante, they have to come back again. They have to come back again. Rishaya praja kama dakshinam prapadyante. They have to come back. In Gita, Sri Krishna says, Chine punne marte lokam vishanti. When you have exhausted your all punya karma, the gods will expel you from the heaven. No, you don't have right to live here. Dakshinam prapadyante esha eva vai. Now Upanishad says, this is the Rai. The path of Dakshina, the path of Karma Kand, the path of ritualistic way, the Upasana, you can say this is the Rai. Now next one. Ata uttareena tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya vidya atmanam anushit shishyat abhivijjante etat vai prananam ayatanam meva amritam abhayam etat parayanam etasmanna punaravartant ittesa nirodhastadesha slokaha. I repeat one more time slowly and just follow me. अथ उत्तरेण तपसा ब्रह्मचर्येण श्रद्धया विद्या आत्मानम् अनुशिष्यात् इति अभिव्यज्यन्ते एतद्वै प्राणानाम् आयतनम् एतद् अमृतम् अभयम् एतत् परायणम् एतस्मान् न पुनरावर्तन्त इति एष निरोधः तदेष श्लोकः. Now next, we have studied about Rai. Rai means the southern coast of the sun. In other words, the way of action and upasana. Upasana, devotion. The devotee, if you are devotee, you will go to heaven, but you have to come back. Devotees are not live there permanently. Now, Ata Uttarena. Now he is taking another path, path of the prana, the sun, Uttarayana, same meaning. Uttarena tapasa brahmacharyena. So see the difference. In previous path, when we were listening this about Rai, there was Ishtapurte. Ishtapurte, I told you, all ritualistic activity. They will lead you to heaven. But now Shruti says, tapasa, you are living with a master. In guidance of a master. And he is guiding to you. Do this tapa. Brahmacharyena. He is giving instructions to you. Your life should take this way. Every activity, it must go under a guidance of a master. This is the brahmacharya. Brahmacharya doesn't mean celibacy. It could be, but here it means, charya means your routine. Your routine should be guided by master towards the Brahman. Towards Brahman. Your breathing, your sleeping, your taking bath, every activity should be always connected with the Brahman. So this is the brahmacharya. Charya means routine. Shraddhayaha, and with faith. Faith where? In the master, in the scriptures. These are the quality. These are preparation. For what? Vidya Atmanam Anushishyan. The purpose is, these are preparation for Vidya Atman Anushishyan. Know yourself. What is self? This query, what is self? Vidya Atmanam Anushishyad. Atmanam means yourself. I know this object. I know that object. I know the sun. I know the moon. I know the body. I know the mind. I know this. Lots of knowledge. There is not only one knowledge of the self. Here Shruti says, because we are not ready to digest that knowledge. So these are preparation. Tapasa, brahmacharyena, shraddhaya, vidya. 4 qualities. You need tap. Tap. How to live. How to live. Brahmacharyena, what kind of routine we have to follow. With faith, shraddhaya, and vidya. If you want to know the self, the only way is go to class, study the Upanishads, Brahma Vidya. There is no other way. There is no other way. You have to study the Upanishads. There is only one way. Vidya Atmanam Avid Anushyat Abhivijyate. Then this is the Uttarayan path. Real path. Abhivijyate. Etat vai prananam ayatanam. Rishi says, this is ayatanam, means the part of the year. You can say the Uttarayana. Uttar Disha, the direction of the northern, is it auspicious? in Upanishads, in scriptures, it is that northern direction is good, auspicious, and south direction is direction of death. So that is why you may have heard about Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti Bhagavan was coming from the north to south. If you are facing north, you are facing to knowledge. You are facing the master. And then what happens? Etat amritam abhayam, etat parayinam prananam ayatanam, etat amritam, etat abhayam. And this path, the path of the Uttarayan, the sun, and this process, this practice, where it will lead you, amritam, in heaven, there is a gods. Gods. They are supposed to be immortal, but not. Amrita means this path, the path of this, the knowledge, the tap, brahmacharya, shraddhaya with master, this path will lead you towards amritam. Amritam. There is no death. There is no any coming back routine. You are liberated. Liberated person doesn't come. They will not come. There is no way to come. Amritam. Abhayam. No fear. No fear. No fear. Because consciousness does not have any fear. Consciousness is not going to die. Consciousness is not going to be sick. Then why there should be fear? Abhayam amritam. So this path will lead you, the seeker, towards the abhayam amritam, fearless state, deathless state, and tasman na punaravartante. Upanishad says this is the ultimate destination. This is the final destination. Prananam punaravart itteta nirodha. Itteta, this is the nirodha, means the final. You have reached. You have done whatever should have been done. You have done. Nirodha. So, this is the path. This is the path. You can say the path of the Uttarayan, the path of the sun, the path of the prana. I will explain again briefly, then you can understand. There are two paths. One path is the path of sun, another path is the path of the moon. You can say Dakshinayan and Uttarayan. You can say the path of ritualistic people and path of the Jnani. So path of the ritualistic seeker, you can say path of Dakshinayan, path of the moon. And the path of the Jnani, you can say the path of the sun, path of Uttarayan, and path of the liberation. This is the idea here. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांस प्रणोति तस्मै तन्मदेवमात्मबुद्धि प्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ओम शांति।